Driving a legal challenge. Uber takes Toronto to court.
Tonight, embarking on a battle against City Hall. A lawsuit launched. The destination set for the courts. Good evening. We begin with developing news. Uber filing its injunction late this afternoon.
At issue, a plan to limit the number of cars on the road. The rideshare company hoping to compel council to reverse its decision. CTV's Natalie Johnson joins us live with the details. Natalie.
Well, Michelle, it was less than 2 months ago that City Council voted suddenly to freeze the number of ride-sharing licenses in this city. Uber Canada said then that it was considering its legal options, and tonight we have the result, an application to the court to quash that council vote, alleging the city acted in bad faith. Michael Johnson Roach signed up to drive for Uber in Toronto a few months ago, hoping to make some extra income amid the rising cost of living.
It's getting crazy living in the city. So, I mean, I already work as a personal trainer. That's barely holding up right now.
He paid for and completed the city-mandated training needed for his Uber approval, but just a few days later learned he was locked out because of a surprise move by City Hall. A council vote to freeze the number of ride-sharing licenses until at least the end of next year.
I work downtown. I'm downtown for most of the day, and I can't pick up anybody, which kind of sucks because of the cap on the licensing.
The proponents, led by the mayor, argue that freezing the number of licenses would reduce emissions and decrease congestion in the core. But today, Uber Canada filed for an injunction, calling council's cap illegal. Court documents obtained by CTV News detail the allegations that the city failed to provide notice of the license cap contrary to its own procedural bylaws, that the city enacted the license cap in bad faith, and that it unlawfully discriminates in the administration of its private transportation company licensing scheme.
We heard from the chief solicitor at the time, City Legal, that this, of course, opens us up to all sorts of risks.
Councillor Brad Bradford fought the cap on the floor of council, arguing it would leave people waiting longer and drive up the cost of ride-sharing.
Making a unilateral move like that from the mayor's office exposes the city to liability, legal issues, and at a time when we've got a lot of challenges, affordability, congestion, financial challenges, the last thing we need to be doing is making policy on the fly.
Uber Canada issuing this statement about its lawsuit today, writing Mayor Chow's arbitrary rideshare cap is illegal. The city failed to provide notice to the public, and the process was tainted with bias and influence from special interests.
Please revoke it. Like, it's just, the reality is it's impacting us more negatively than whatever positive effect they thought it might have, and it's hit our pockets.
The lawsuit claims that Uber will be irreparably harmed if the license cap is not stayed, and that the freeze will lead to longer wait times and degraded service for riders. Now, this is a developing story, with the mayor responding just a few minutes ago. Olivia Chow saying that there's not much that she can say about it at this point, now that this issue is in front of the courts, though she did say this about why she wanted to freeze the number of ride-sharing licenses.
What I do know is that what the city did, A, deal with the congestion problem that everyone is facing. It deals with greenhouse gas emission. And thirdly, making life a bit more affordable for Uber driver.
Mayor Chow saying it's now over to the city's legal team to defend council in court. Reporting live at City Hall, I'm Natalie Johnson. Back to you.